here we are with another milestone kill count. You guys guess what it is? 1500. So 2855 Elite Clue Scroll. I'm coming up on 200 dry since my last item, so it'd be nice to get an Armadyl piece or hilt here before too long. Sweet, so that is an Armadyl chest plate. That is like, yeah, that's the full set on this account. I got an Armadyl chest plate previously, but it was on my other account, so it didn't unlock the collection log. So the only item I have left now should be an Armadyl hilt. That was a fairly big dry streak. On this account, my last item was at 2686. So almost 200 kills on this account since my last item. But the thing is, I got quite a few kills on my other account, so really it's probably been more like 220 kills, 230 kills since my last item. So fairly big dry streak. Another item, once again, not too long after my last. It's on this account, so 101 Armadyl helmet. On my other account, I'm at 2881. So my last item was not too long ago. 2900 kill count. The elite clue I got off Arma, and we get a mimic. Yes, sweet. I think off elites those are like 1 in 30 or something like that. So I was thinking maybe I'd get one before I hit 200 elites. So that's very nice to get because I still have like another 20 elites to go before I hit 200 or something like that. But yeah, it's early is basically what I'm saying here. So what is a mimic and the actual drop rate? So it's actually 1 in 35 from an elite and 1 in 15 from a master. And this is a fairly recent update where you can only get them off elite clues and master clues, but when you finish and you go to open the casket, you have a chance for the casket to turn into a mimic casket. Then you take that over to a chest over by Watson and Zaya. And when you take it there, it allows you to fight a mimic boss. And it's a fairly easy boss. It's just a little extra fun and it gives you a bit more loot. Here we go. I've never fought this boss. If you die here, your items can be retrieved. Okay, so it's not a dangerous death. That's what I was kind of thinking. And let's go. Alright, so that was a fairly easy 1 kill count. That unlocks me the music cape again, so that's nice to have back. And the reward off that elite plus mimic is 476k apparently. 500 blood runes is what I got off of the mimic. Sword shard 3 off of a minion. I think I actually needed that in the collection log, and I think that's the last shard that I needed, so that is done before even finishing Armadyl, all the blades. 2,999 kill count. One more until the big 3,000. Ran out of chinchompa, so I have just been doing these last few kills to hit the milestone with the crossbow. It's actually working out decently well with 2 accounts like this. Like, I'm surprised how fast we're killing it with crossbows. And we get Runite bolts. Also, I just wanted to mention, for anyone that's interested, I started with 10,000 black chins. I just finished those on my last trip. So my Kree kill count, 3,000 now. When I originally started Kree, I was 2,473. I probably got like 100 kills or so on my alt accounts as well. So those 10,000 black chins got me a little over 600 kills. So that means I am unlucky on the Armadyl hilt. I've gotten 5 total armor pieces in that time, 2 helmets, 2 chest plates, 1 skirt. The other helmet and chest plate were on the other accounts. It's interesting, on this account I've done over 500 kills and only gotten 3 armor pieces. That is a little unlucky if you're purely looking at this account. 33 drop coming in, an elite clue scroll. So finished off the elite and we get honorable blessing. I don't think there's anything new there. Sweet, Armadyl chain skirt. That makes 2 of every armor piece now. So just got an Armadyl helmet on my other account though. 148 over here, worth 5 mil right now. Would have been 3,100 kill count on this account if I got the Armadyl helmet, but unfortunately it was on the other account. 3,100 kill count. And another Armadyl helmet, 3,124. Elite clue scroll, 3,145. Yes, dude, finally! Armadyl is officially done. The hilt. That was the last thing I was hunting for right there. Armadyl hilt. 14.6 mil. It's pretty crazy. Back in the day, Armadyl, like the thing you wanted most was the hilt, like 50 mil. The armor pieces were like 10 mil. That may have been like pre-EOC, like way back in the day, like 2008 or something. I don't know, but Clearly very different now. Armadyl hilt is barely better than the helmet. Glad that I got it on this account rather than my other account and had to get 2 hilts, but yeah, time to move on to one of the other God Wars dungeon bosses. So with Armadyl done, let's go ahead and check the collection log. Creara right there. Completed. I did get some armor pieces on my other accounts. This is all the armor pieces and the hilt that I got. I used 13,479 black chins. I did about 830 kills. These rares right here are worth 177.5 mil. So if you subtract the black chin cost from that, that is 135 mil profit. So I'm not counting all the other drops that I got. I didn't track those. And I'm also not counting supplies like brews, restores, bolts, all that stuff. But usually just the regular loot just about cancels out like the bolt and brew cost and that sort of stuff. So this should be fairly close, 135 mil profit. And I did probably about 25 kills per hour, which would make this 33 hours about, which would mean I was making about 4 mil per hour. So Armadyl is very profitable. Even if you don't got 2 accounts like me, you could go and duo it with a friend, make 2 mil per hour, or solo it and probably make like 3 mil per hour. So next up, I'm going to be working on finishing General Graardor or Bandos. There's my current kills. I currently got 4, really just 1. The Bandos chestplate, need the pet, Tassie boots, and hilt. So here's the drop rates for the Bandos items I'm going for. 1 in 381 for all the armor pieces. That is for the specific item. To get any armor piece, it's 1 in 127. The hilt is 1 in 508. The pet, the rarest thing, is 1 in 5000. So that is going to be the hardest thing to get, of course, by a long shot. Thankfully, at Armadyl, I already had the pet, so that grind was a lot shorter than what Bandos could potentially be. I could very easily end up with over 10 sets of each armor piece and 10 hilts by the time I get the pet. So something I didn't mention about Armadyl, but this applies to Armadyl as well as Bandos, that is the minions actually have a chance to drop armor pieces. So here is the drop rate for the armor pieces off of 1 minion, and this is for a specific armor piece. So if you just want any armor piece, it's actually 1 in 5376. Then you take into account that you are killing 3 minions for every 1 boss, and it's actually 1. Then it is actually 1 in 1792 each boss kill. So there's a good chance I will see an armor piece or 2 off of minions before I get the pet. And it's kind of interesting with probability and drops and stuff, how it works out. Here is a little formula you can use to find out what the chance is to receive a certain drop in a certain amount of kills. So x to the z power is equal to c. So what x represents is the chance of not receiving the drop for every 1 kill. Z represents how many kills that you have done or you're going to do that you want to calculate for. And then c is the chance of getting the drop in that many kills. So for an example, for my Bandos pet, the chance of not receiving it is 4,999 out of 5,000. If I want to solve for Z, so for how many kills do I want to do in order to have a 50% chance of having received the drop in that time, do a little bit of algebra, and you come out that I need to do 3,465 kills to have a 50% chance of having seen the drop, which, as you can see, is lower than the drop rate, so that's kind of interesting. If you do 5,000 kills, that works out to be, I think, something like 63% chance of having gotten the drop. Alright, so enough of this nerdy stuff, let's get back to the clips. So what do we get from this elite? The final elite of Armadyl? We get a Ceridome page. Ooh, nice. I had a hard clue sitting in my bank. Ceridome and Kite Shield, Unholy Blessing. Pretty good, 261k. Wow, first kill, Bandos boots, 313. It's on my other account, unfortunately. Another Bandos chestplate, 1681. It's the only item I have unlocked right now. 1700 kill count at Bandos. The Bandos grind is finally began. And just like with my last pet, I want to say, if anyone wants to guess the kill count that I get the Bandos pet on, I will have a reward. I'll up it as well this time. If you are within 10 of the kill count that I actually get it on, then I will give you a Bandos chestplate plus a Bandos Tassie. If you get it exactly right, I'll have a jackpot for that. So I will include like all the previous ones until someone wins the jackpot. So last time for the mole, I think it was like a Bandos chest plate I said I'd give someone if they got if they guessed it right. I'll look back at the video, but whatever I said I was going to give you, if you got the mole pet right, I'll give you that, plus the Bandos chestplate and Bandos Tassie for this one, if you get it exactly right. And if no one gets the jackpot, if no one gets it exactly right, then on the next pet, I'll add everything from the jackpot this time to the next reward as well. Sweet, another Bandos chestplate. I mean, I'm happy and sad, because that's 4 Bandos chestplates on the collection log now, and yeah, don't have any boots, don't have any tassies, don't have a hilt, nor the pet on this account, so it's kind of guys, that is crazy. Bandos boots. I've only been doing like these clips I've gotten is pretty much just from morning until noon, so last like 4 hours or so. I've got 2 Bandos boots now and 2 chest plates. The first Bandos boots were on my alt account, but fortunately this time the Bandos boots are on this account, so that is 2 collection log things done: chest plate and boots. And those of you wondering why I'm not using a scythe, I just don't have enough freed up money right now. There are a couple merches I'm doing right now, or investments. Maybe I'll make a video in the future about one of them that I'm profiting off massive right now. There's some information in a dev blog that it seems like no one picked up but me and like a couple friends that I told about. And we were buying stuff out for like a week beforehand, before it actually started skyrocketing, and it seems like I'm going to profit quite a bit off of it. And I just realized I brought my max cape. No reason for that, just simply forgot it was in my inventory. 1800 kill counts. God Sword Shard 3 coming in off a minion. That's the first shard from Bandos. So God Sword Shard off a minion into a Chaos Talisman and then into an Uncut Sapphire. That is some pretty rare drops back to back. Really bad rare drops. For anyone interested, there is my general graardor loot for the day on this account. 140 kills, 40.4 mil. If you take out the chestplate and the boots, those are worth 37 mil, so about 3.4 mil is how much the regular loot is from 140 kills. Then some of the other things: Sergeant Grimspike, 82, 147k, 320k, Strong Stack, Steel Wheel, 167k. So I also spent a fair bit of time this video at the thieving stalls in Draenor Village trying to get the thieving pet. I talked more about that in the last video, Completionist 43, if you want to go back and watch that. This video I ended up gaining 97,532 thieving XP, which brings me to a total of 204,387 XP since I started tracking that last video. Because you don't always thieve the 3 stalls, sometimes the wine guy stops you from thieving the wine stall, the XP doesn't work out perfectly, and the amount of rolls, you could say, but that's what this bottom number is. I've done essentially 13,045.9 rolls for the Rocky Pet, where the Rocky Pet is 1 in 34,015. This is not probability. This is not saying that that I'm going to have the pet once my top number hits the bottom number. This is just how many rolls I have done versus how many the drop rate is. And that, guys, is the Rocky Pet. Not mine, unfortunately, but that is what the journey is for here at the stalls. It's a pretty cool looking pet. I actually have this pet on 2 of my other accounts. Not this account, though. But that is going to change here pretty soon, hopefully. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, become a member, and donate on PayPal if you wish to support me. It means a lot, and that is it for this week. See you next time.